I feel like when my children are older, they are going to take after me in the sense that they are going to require peace. Right now, they're children, so they kind of like the noise, the party, the fun. They don't want to be bored, that type of thing. But in the near future, they're going to require peace. I am sensitive to a lot of things, so um, I don't mind like the laughter and screams and stuff from like playing, but not too much, you know, and definitely don't like negative energy. So if my children are bringing negative energy, be it a phone call home from school or something that happened outdoors, or maybe them having beef with between each other or something like that, that absolutely cannot stand in my house. If I am disciplining and then my children have a problem with my discipline, that's a problem for me because we're all uncomfortable, right? Nobody wants to discipline them. I want to just sit in my peace, but I have to come outside of my peace when it comes time to discipline them. I am just the type of person who speaks on it because I speak truth. And I do not hide and pretend to live an extravagant life. Everything that you see from me is real. What you hear from me is real. When I have a moment and I want to share it with the world, is to let other people who go through this alone, who don't turn on their cameras, for them to know that they aren't alone, and also to just show my vulnerability. It's me as a person. And I love to do this because sometimes people see it and they see it as weak, and it shouldn't be confused as that. It's just vulnerability. If you saw me in person and I started to cry, that's not your moment to grope me. That's not your moment to take advantage because you will absolutely get fucked up, right? It won't really go as planned. Now, if you're robbing me with if you're robbing me or something, then obviously take what you need because I don't need these things. To me, having a calm spirit, a calm soul is very important. To me, being at peace within your personal space, your home is very important. When my children take me out of that, and they are the main ones who are allowed to do so, they're children, right? But I mean, I knew I was going to have a baby. That didn't take away the fact that it hurt, right? The fact that it hurt. And I knew it was going to hurt. And I still had to go through that process. So when you guys see me going through that process, I can't put it on you know, the man that I made these babies with as much as I want to. I can't put it on my grandmother if I feel like she's not grandma enough. I can't put it on my mother to be more grandmother to my children. That's a choice I made. So when I say it's the dumbest shit I did or the stupidest decision I did, I mean it in a sense of I was 17. I was 16 and pregnant. And my heart made that choice. And in a lot of ways, I'm proud that I stuck by that decision to keep my child. However, it still was not planned, and things. Well, I can't say it didn't go as planned because I didn't even have a plan, right? So that doesn't mean I wasn't moving out here in I can't. My kids said we can't even say that word no more. In a stupid way. Let's just say that, right? And it's really because I didn't know any better. So I fight really hard to make sure my children are good people, to make sure that they're going down the right path. I do not look left if my son moving right. I'm going right with him because I need to see what he's doing. I need to let him know I'm the angel on this shoulder, right? This is a lot harder than some parents are just like, oh, boys will be boys. I'm not a boys will be boys type of bitch. And I'm not a girls will be girls type of person. When I see my daughter displaying behaviors of a fast girl or whatever, I'm absolutely acknowledging that that's normal. She's growing, her hormones are changing. But I also have to put her up on game as far as like people will take advantage of you. There's going to be boys that treat you good, that make you feel good, that's going to tell you how beautiful you are, and the majority of what they want is in your panties. So my duty is to tell you to keep your legs closed, keep your panties on. I don't care who it is. That takes a lot out of me because sometimes my children don't get why I'm having these conversations with them. They're like, "What do I do? But I didn't do nothing." Then I have to go through this whole process of reliving things, acknowledging things that are happening around us, even right now today. And now I got to sit you down, and I wish they just would take my instructions. Now, there's a lot of people who come, well, not a lot of people who come to my house. That people don't really come to my house. When people are around me, when people are around my children, they tell me, "Your children are beautiful." I remember in Chicago, we was at a friend's house and it was time to go. And my oldest son got my shoes. He said, "Here, mommy." And he helped me put my shoes on. And I looked up at her and she was crying. And I said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "He went and got your shoes. You didn't even ask him to go get your shoes." Like, she just started crying and was telling my baby, like, "Please don't change." And how wonderful he was. People today tell me, "You're a good mama." And these some good kids. Like, they can see it, but they don't know how much work I be putting in, right? It's a lot of work. So my breakdown was not because I have horrible kids. My kids are amazing, to be honest. My son just told me he's having senior year next year. Do he piss me off? Yeah, he made a statement. These get degrees. No, the fuck. Well, it maybe, but is that all you want to be, a dumbass? So now I gotta go through this process. I'm upset with him, even though it was a good joke. We like to laugh and joke, but when I hear something bad and I see something that could turn out bad, I have to address it right away. And then that takes away from our good time. So maybe that's something I've been thinking in my head. Maybe I'll allow them to say what they're gonna say or whatever, and then I'll double back on it later versus addressing it right then and there. Because one time my oldest son was like, "Mom, I almost got in that car and it had the rust stains like your car, everything." And they laughed about it, and my heart sank because I thought about how bad that could have went. You're just a 17-year-old black boy with dreadlocks getting in the wrong car full of other people. That could have went bad, and it was not black people. You get what I'm saying? So it's things like that. And then me having CPTSD, I'm hyper vigilant. My brain is always boo 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 boo. Like, y'all can't understand how much it goes, right? So I'm always being my children's guardrails because I want them to hit the pins of success, right? When they can't, if you can't get it down the middle yourself, I'm gonna have to lift the guardrails. I am here for that. I'm here for a reason. And guess what? The guardrails probably get damaged how many times they get hit. So, in a sense, I suffer through these things. Do I wish I never had kids? No. Was it the stupidest shit I did? Yes. But are we carrying on? Absolutely, as I do always. And I will cry, kick, scream through it, but I don't let up. My tears don't make me weak. I've been crying my whole life. I've been crying my whole life. So I love you guys. I appreciate the concern. I'm not here to give up. This is not the time where I quit. Maybe 5 years ago I was close to it. You know what I mean? But at this point, I'm way too locked in. And I'm giving it all I got until it's over with. You get what I'm saying? And when it's my turn, I'm gonna lay down peacefully and I'm gonna rest and it's gonna be what it is. But until then, I'm gonna be in pain because life is pain. Living is pain. You ain't alive if you ain't feeling no hurt.